Hello, peace and beautiful blessings. I'm so excited because I edged my Rose Oracle decks. I just recently did a walkthrough review of the Rose Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. And I love this deck so much, but it felt like it wanted some color. And I was very excited because I was like, this deck would look so beautiful with pink edges. So I've seen like several like deck modification videos and just kind of looked in to see like, okay, what would be the best medium to use to do this? And you can see like my hands are pink. I just put a second coat on this morning before recording this video. I'm so excited. So the pink is so much deeper and richer. So I decided that I was going to use a Sharpie, but instead of using the regular ones, I used the oil-based markers. And this is just a plain medium point marker, and this worked really, really well for me. So here's the back of the card. So there is a little bit of like paint on the back, but I'm okay with that. Some of the cards got like a little bit of a border on the front, but it does not look terrible. So this is like what one of the cards looks like. You can't really see too much. The ones that do have a little bit of paint around it, it just looks like it's emanating from the pink ray. It's so beautiful. So this is what 2 coats of the pink looks like. It's amazing. And I just went over it because I noticed there were some spots that maybe I missed. So I just did a second coat and it looks so, so beautiful. The cards shuffle well. The edges feel more sturdier. Because this is paint, it builds up, which is why like on the back, you can see there's a little more pink border on the back of the card because it is a paint marker, so it's going to build up. I'm definitely going to edge some more decks. So I've got these, and the reason why I chose these is because it was paint. It's permanent. So one of the things is that it is unforgiving. As soon as it goes on, it dries almost immediately. But luckily I didn't make too many mistakes on the cards. I think I did really well. It took me 30 minutes to go back through the deck to do the second coat. So this was the card. This is the Rose Oracle Attunement that comes in the deck. So I tested it out on here. And I was like, oh, okay, this is a lot easier than people made it look. So one of the reasons why I went with the oil paint markers is because it marks on any surface. You can use them on metal, you can use them on rocks, you can use them on wood. So it's like, oh, perfect. It'll work on paper. It's going to dry fast and I shouldn't have to worry about it fading or coming off while I'm using the deck. So that's what I went with. It kind of has a, and also because it's opaque and then it kind of has like a glossy finish to it. So if you see the cards, they have like a little bit of a shine. It's not a matte look and it's not super, super glossy. You can't really see it, but it looks amazing. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. So I think the next deck that I'm going to edge is going to be my Goddess Oracle deck. And I'm probably going to do those in purple, the African Goddess Rising Oracle. Probably going to do those in purple. I'm not sure how long it will take to do an actual tarot deck because they have a lot of cards. This was just 44 cards, but it seems like it was just very simple. It was not super complicated. I did not have to let the cards dry for a very long period of time. They dried pretty quick, but like I said, because, so like this card, you can see there's more paint on the edging. So I did like separate them and let them dry for like a couple minutes. And here's one where I did get like a little bit of paint on the back of the card. Like I said, the quote unquote mistakes were minimum. I am so, so excited to learn that it was like this simple. It was a very fun project for me. I like being creative. My cards look so amazing. Look at those pretty pink edges. So it was a lighter pink also before I did the second coat. It was a bit fainter, more of like a pink. This is looks more like a hot pink, but it's still cute and pretty and I absolutely love it. Oh my gosh. And so the cards, they shuffle just fine. They feel actually sturdier because of the paint borders. So that's something that that I noticed as well. Let me show you. So this is one of the cards with the darker fronts. There's no paint on it. Where's another card that's has a little bit of darker colors on it? Oh, here it is, the Universe card. This one you can kind of see a little bit of the paint, but the way the card looks, like right there, you can see a little bit of the pink. It's almost as if it's like highlighting the card in some cases. So yeah, it did really, really well. If you are going to edge your decks, one of the things that I would recommend, because I noticed on this attunement card, probably because I, took it out the case and stuff, that there were some areas where the card was like a little damaged, like right there. And so if you have a deck that you've used a lot where the edges are worn and frayed, you'll have to be a little more careful applying especially if you're using like a paint marker, or I guess any marker really. But these did really well, and I'm so proud. I was concerned because I only saw people like using water-based things and like the chisel tips, and I was like, well, this is not that, but it works really well. Do not oversaturate the tip of the marker, because then it will just lead to more bleeding. So I would reactivate the paint and then kind of rub it on a paper towel just to make sure it wasn't too wet. And I only had to do that every few cards or so, maybe like every 8 or so cards. I didn't have to like re-ink the paint marker that frequently, which was really good and really helpful. So this is my new and improved, beautiful, beautiful Rose Oracle deck with new pink edges. So, oh my gosh, I love it. I really love it. It feels so good. It feels like it's mine. My deck feels happier. Like I said, I've always been curious about, modifying a deck. I've never done it before. And this one, it was just like, it needs purple edges. It needs, pink edges. And I made that happen. And I am so pleased. Look how beautiful that is. So pleased with it. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Be sure you're following me over on Instagram, because I have a lot going on over there. I'm talking about matters of the heart, love, dating, relationships, and also just posted a spiritual love forecast for this week, which was really, really insightful. So I will see you again soon. Peace.